Hi, my name's Steve Webber and I've got a story to tell you. I left school at 16 and joined a band called Geranium Pond. Played in that band for about a year. We were mainly a cover band, although towards the end of the year we'd begun to write some original songs. Didn't really work at all, and I left Geranium Pond, or rather Geranium Pond folded, and I was looking for pastures new and met somebody called Alan Morgan, and we thought it would be a good idea to start another band, which we were going to call Promise, but we were going to write our own original material. And Alan asked me, had I ever written songs before? And I said, of course I have, having never ever written anything before in my life. We'd arranged to meet to put something together. He was going to write the lyrics, I was going to write the music. We'd written a few songs, we'd put a group together around us, and we found a singer and a guitarist and a drummer, and went out trying to find somebody that liked the songs that we'd written. Along the way, we approached Apple. Alan knew or had met Terry Doran at Apple, and I should mention at this point that Alan was a spitting image of John Lennon. So when we turned up on Apple's doorstep, it caused quite a stir. Anyway, we went into Apple and we played them the couple of songs that we'd written, and they seemed to like them and said they would record them in their little demo studio at Baker Street. So in we trotted up to the first floor of Baker Street, where they had a Revox machine, and we recorded the songs. And they liked them, and they said they'd publish them, and they offered us a tiny advance at the time, but anybody offering us any money at the time was a welcome change. Can't remember how much, but it probably wasn't much more than about £25 between the two of us. And that's how we got involved with Apple, and they published, I think, about 3 or 4 of our songs. And then we had met somebody called Vic Keary, who had a studio in the Old Kent Road called Maximum Sound, and we went in there to record some other songs, a song called Not Sarah and a song called Where Love's Concerned. And Maximum Sound had a Mellotron, and although I'd never played a Mellotron before, it didn't take long to work out how it worked. And we used the Mellotron, or rather somewhat overused the Mellotron, instant orchestra. That can be heard on Not Sarah. As these were some of my first attempts at songwriting, I tended to draw heavily on other influences, Johann Sebastian Bach, to name a few. The instrumental theme to Not Sarah was... Can't get more Bach than that. I played it on a horrible instrument called a pianotron. It was an early electric piano, and it tended to work a bit like this thing. It had a clip that came up and clipped the notes from underneath, and had quite a unique, quite nice sound, but it didn't always play the notes when you hit them. It played them slightly out of time, which I hated the damn thing. On gigs and on records, I'd play it perfectly and it would play them just a split second after they should have been played. But it's a very nice sound. If you listen to Not Sarah, you'll hear it. It's quite unique.
Rumors are spreading, they spread like wildfire. Lots of wild stories are told about her. Can it be true? I've often said that this is not Sarah.
So we produced a couple of demos at Apple and at Maximum Sound, and we were looking around for a manager, and we met somebody called Tockenham Moore, and we were continuing to write songs, and bizarrely another song that I wrote on the guitar called Just For You seemed to make the grade. Tockenham loved it, and he played it to his colleague, a chap called Richard Hartley, who was a producer, arranger, and I believe he actually produced and arranged and wrote an awful lot of the Rocky Horror Show. He liked the song, and we went into Delane Lee Studios. This is all rather hazy memory, and recorded Just For You and a song called 9 Till 5. Just For You got released, was played on Radio 1 a couple of times and sank without a trace. Promise struggled on for about a year. We played gigs up and down the country. I went on and joined another band called Welcome, and we supported all sorts of bands up and down the country. I can remember supporting Free, I can remember supporting The Nice, names all went on to fame and fortune, which we didn't. After we recorded the songs, we came away with 2 acetates, Not Sarah and Where Love's Concerned. And they were hidden away for a long, long time. They were recorded in 1968, thereabouts, and I put them away in a cupboard, really forgot about them. And then in 2010, somebody comes along and says, we want to release old Apple demos, and Lovers in the Sky. They put a compilation together which had Not Sarah and Where Love's Concerned on it. And surprisingly, here we are in 2021, and the new compilation called Good as Gold is another compilation of Apple published songs, and Not Sarah appears again. So there you go, it never goes away.